What if I told you that Smokey and the Bandit 1977 wasn't just a fun chase movie, but a film that almost never made it to theaters? Behind the scenes, there were dangerous stunts, real lawbreakers, and last-minute chaos that could have shut the whole thing down. Even superstar Burt Reynolds risked his career and life in ways fans still don't believe. Stick around, because the facts you're about to hear will completely change the way you see this legendary movie. And hey, drop a comment with your favorite moment from the film, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the secrets Hollywood tried to hide. Fact 1. Burt Reynolds almost turned it down. When director Hal Needham brought the script to Burt Reynolds, the actor didn't take it seriously. At the time, Reynolds was Hollywood's hottest star, and he thought the story about smuggling beer across state lines was too small for his career. However, because Needham was his close friend, he agreed to do it as a favor. Ironically, the film became Reynolds' biggest hit, second only to Star Wars in 1977's box office race. The Bandit character turned into an icon, making Reynolds a household name around the globe. He later admitted that he completely underestimated the project. This fact proves how sometimes an actor's casual yes can turn into one of the most legendary roles of their entire career. Fact 2. Jackie Gleason improvised hilarious lines. Comedian Jackie Gleason stole the show as Sheriff Buford T. Justice, and here's the kicker: most of his lines weren't even written. Gleason improvised many scenes on the spot. One of the most famous was when he ordered a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper at a roadside restaurant. That line wasn't in the script at all, but audiences loved it so much that it became one of the film's most quoted moments. Director Hal Needham trusted Gleason's instincts and gave him complete creative freedom. His ability to create spontaneous humor made the sheriff both intimidating and hilarious. Without Gleason's improvisation, the character might have been forgettable, but instead, he became one of the most memorable comedy villains in cinema history. Fact 3. The Pontiac Trans Am became a star. The real star of Smokey and the Bandit wasn't just Burt Reynolds, it was the sleek Pontiac Trans Am. When filming began, Pontiac didn't even have enough Trans Am models available, so they sent specially prepared cars to the production. The car instantly became a symbol of style, rebellion, and freedom. After the film's release, Trans Am sales skyrocketed. Everyone wanted to drive the same black and gold machine that Reynolds raced across the screen. Even Reynolds admitted the car felt like another character in the film. Today, collectors still hunt for Trans Ams from that era because of this movie. Without the Trans Am, Smokey and the Bandit might never have reached legendary status. The car's impact turned it into an icon of 1970s American pop culture. Fact 4. Sally Field wasn't the first choice. Surprisingly, producers didn't want Sally Field for the role of Carrie, a runaway bride. At the time, Field was known mainly for serious acting and wasn't considered glamorous enough for comedy or romance. But Burt Reynolds insisted that she was perfect for the role. His instinct was right. Her charm, humor, and natural chemistry with Reynolds made the movie unforgettable. During filming, their on-screen romance turned into a real-life relationship, which only added more magic to their performances. Field later said the movie gave her the chance to show a fun, lighter side of herself that audiences hadn't seen before. This casting gamble paid off in the best way, proving that sometimes the unexpected choice becomes the heart and soul of a film. Fact 5. The film had a shockingly low budget. You'd think a movie filled with high-speed car chases, explosions, and stunts would cost a fortune. But Smokey and the Bandit was made for just $4.3 million, tiny by Hollywood standards. Producers had little faith in the project, thinking it wouldn't succeed beyond the southern US. But when it hit theaters, it exploded, earning over $126 million worldwide. That's more than 25 times its budget. The movie became a perfect example of how a fun idea, great casting, and strong execution can overcome limited resources. Director Hal Needham made every dollar count by relying on his stuntman skills to deliver exciting action. This underdog success story shows how a small film can shock the industry and become a massive box office legend.
Fact 6. Real police thought the stunts were real. The film's chase scenes were so realistic that they sometimes fooled real police officers. While filming on highways, locals often believed actual criminals were being pursued. Several times, law enforcement showed up on set to stop what they thought were illegal car chases. In one chaotic moment, police cars used for filming accidentally blended with real traffic, causing confusion for everyone. Director Hal Needham had to constantly explain that it was only a movie. Ironically, this unplanned authenticity gave the chase scenes even more energy on screen. The fact that real officers were convinced they were watching genuine lawbreakers shows just how authentic the film felt. Smokey and the Bandit's wild energy blurred the line between cinema and reality in the most unforgettable way. Fact 7. A stuntman became a director. Before directing this film, Hal Needham was known as one of Hollywood's top stuntmen. Smokey and the Bandit was his directorial debut. Many producers doubted whether a stuntman could handle directing a full movie, but Needham's background gave him an edge. He knew exactly how to design thrilling car chases and dangerous stunts while keeping the crew safe. His approach was different from traditional directors. He emphasized action over dialogue, and it worked perfectly for the story. Needham's daring style made the movie feel raw, fast-paced, and exciting. His friendship with Burt Reynolds also played a huge part in bringing the project to life. This movie proved that a stuntman could step behind the camera and create a cult classic blockbuster. Fact 8. Burt Reynolds and Sally Field fell in love. On-screen sparks between Burt Reynolds and Sally Field were real because they actually fell in love during filming. Reynolds later called Field the love of my life, and their romance lasted for several years. Their genuine affection translated into natural chemistry on screen, making their relationship believable and heartwarming for audiences. Every glance, smile, and laugh between them felt authentic because it was. Fans adored their pairing, and the press followed their romance closely. While their relationship eventually ended, Reynolds always spoke of her with deep affection. This behind-the-scenes love story added an emotional layer to the movie, proving that real-life emotions can sometimes make a performance shine brighter. It wasn't just acting, it was authentic love captured on film. Fact 9. The plot came from real-life beer laws. The entire plot of Smokey and the Bandit revolved around smuggling Coors beer across state lines. Believe it or not, this idea was based on real laws of the 1970s. At that time, Coors beer couldn't be legally sold east of the Mississippi River, and transporting it across state lines without permission was considered smuggling. This strange restriction made Coors a rare and valuable product. Truckers really did take risks transporting it illegally. The writers turned this quirky reality into a fun and outrageous story. Audiences loved the connection to real events, making the movie even more relatable. What started as a simple legal loophole became the foundation for one of the most entertaining comedies of its time, rooted in true American culture. Fact 10. Sequels and a TV spin-off followed. The film's unexpected success launched an entire mini-franchise. Smokey and the Bandit 2 was released in 1980, reuniting Burt Reynolds and Sally Field. Although it made money, it never matched the original's magic. By 1983, Smokey and the Bandit Part 3 hit the theaters, but it was a flop with critics and audiences. Later, a short-lived TV spin-off tried to capture the charm, but quickly faded. Despite this, the original film remains timeless. Its humor, characters, and thrilling chases keep winning over new generations. Even decades later, Smokey and the Bandit is celebrated as one of the greatest road comedies ever. Its influence on car culture and Hollywood stunts still lingers, proving that the Bandit's legacy will always be unstoppable.